You got a $2 million limit on that first liability claim.
Was you through?
I'm done unless you have questions.
I make a motion we approve it.
I'll second that.
All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carried.
Before you leave today, I got you signed this stuff with insurance.
Okay. If you're through, you can, that's all you need.
Okay. Well, I appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome to stay, but I know you got other things you wanna go do, and that's fine.
Thank you.
Yes, sir, no problem.
Thank you.
All right, thank y'all for your time.
All right, we're gonna move on. Ms. Samantha Bond would like to address the board tonight.
I'll try. On March 27th, our lives changed forever. My nephew had a boating accident. We'd been at Lake Erland since 1:30 that morning praying for the best, but expecting the worst. Part of my family was at the boat launch awaiting any news. The other part was out in the lake searching for Jay. I can't be sure of what time, but Jerry Strahan shows up and was standing there with his phone videoing my family. Not the lake, not the boats, but every one of my family members that was at that launch. Once we realized what he was doing, my sister-in-law and I walked up to the launch and asked him to put away his phone. He acted like we wasn't even there. He continued the video, and at this time I got up to him and an officer standing nearby got in between us, which now I realized was the best thing for him to do. I was not in my right mind, and I would have done something I probably would have regretted. At this point, we were trying to come to the realization that we were looking at a recovery instead of a rescue. I'm saying this to say this. When a family in the place that we were that day, most will act without thinking of the consequences. Jerry Strahan crossed a line that never should have been crossed. It takes someone that has no compassion, no morals, and no respect to do this to a family. Not only did Strahan video my family, but it wasn't but a few minutes after that we were getting messages with links to his Facebook page, his Twitter account, and his YouTube page, where he had posted it all over social media. At this time, I had not contacted Jay's grandmother, grandfather, or his Mimi. We wanted more information to tell them before we did that. We had no choice then. We had to tell them in fear that they would open up Facebook and see it because some heartless man decided for us that it was time to make it clear to the public just which family was there. There was no doubt that he did just that. We began to get messages from friends and associates asking thousands of questions which we were not prepared to answer. I then went to his page and commented to him personally, please delete this video, as many people that we didn't even know did. He never replied to me. Instead, he deleted my comment and replied to the others with 1, it's news, and 2, he beat Channel 12. What kind of person does this? One that doesn't have the best interest of his community. He goes to these accidents, these fires and wrecks for the views that he can get on social media. Even after the videos were taken down, he made another one explaining why he took it down. He says, not because he was made to, but because he wanted to. And that he went in an unbiased because he didn't know who the family was. You damn right he didn't know who the family was, but he found out real quick. We don't allow our most sacred personal heartbreaks to be aired all over social media in the way that he did it. confirm that he would not be selling the video to the news stations. Thanks for that. You shouldn't have had the video in the first place. He associates himself with the Cullen Fire Department. Do you really want that kind of person posting on your behalf? With this kind of publicity, who needs negativity? I then posted on my personal page on how I felt about this man, and I was blown away with some of the messages that I received about how he has done this to other people as well. Videoing a family during their dad's funeral, going into someone's house while they went home, videoing things. I mean, there has to be some kind of law against that. He has some kind of guidelines to follow, bylaws or something, as he calls himself a firefighter and a reporter. He said he got a call that there was someone missing at the lake, and they needed his rescue dog. Lie or fact, I don't know, and I don't care. What I do know is he crossed the state line, paraded himself through the person at the front gate that was keeping everybody but family out by telling them that he was a reporter and he was with the Cullen Fire Department. He recorded my family without consent, which was a gross infringement of our privacy. And at that time, privacy was very important to us. He had videoed the minors without the consents of their parents, and as of 11 o'clock today, the videos have been deleted off of Facebook and the YouTube account, but the damage was already done. As for his Twitter account, he has been told many times to get it down, and it's still there. I was told that he would be held accountable for his actions, and I'm holding you all to that. I've been told many times that all he ever does is get a slap on the wrist, or probably a few months suspension. I'm here today to ask on behalf of my family, and all the families that he has done this to, please shut him down. Don't allow him under your supervision to do this to another family. I don't know what me being here will accomplish, but I feel like I owed it to my nephew and to my family to make it known just how unethical this man is, and he won't stop unless he is made to stop. I know there's a chain of command, and that's why I'm here. I want to do this the right way. I'm giving you this opportunity to make this right for your community and the citizens that he has already denied the right to their privacy. This is to protect him as well. One day, he will be videoing the wrong family, and I thank God that my brother and my husband were out in that boat when he was there, because March 27th would have been that day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
She wants to talk.
I was gonna ask, does anybody else have something to say about this?
Yeah. My name is Kimberly Shaver. My dad was Jackie Carruthers. On January 4th, we buried him. He was a member of the Spring Hill Fire Department for over 30 years and was an active board member of Fire District 11 up until the time of his death. Because of his service in Spring Hill, he was given a fireman's send-off, and we had several members of the Spring Hill Fire Department and Chief Arnold from Cullen participating. We asked a family member to video the service so that we could have footage of the last call and the ringing of the bell. I don't remember too much about the graveside service, so I don't recall seeing Mr. Strahan there, but my sister did. She looked right at him. Nobody was around him except Chief Arnold. It was brought to my attention afterwards back at the church that members of our church were feeding our family, and my sisters invited members of the departments that helped during the service. Mr. Strahan walked into the fellowship hall, went and sat at a table at the front, and as soon as the preacher blessed the food, he was the first one in line to eat before any of the family, and even went back for seconds before some had even gotten their first plate. He saw it as an opportunity for free food. I was told that he had recorded the graveside service at this time. Over the next few days, I learned that it had been posted on his YouTube and his Facebook page. When I saw the video, my family and I were devastated and furious. In the video, he zoomed in and focused on my siblings and I grieving not once, but twice, as well as a cousin who was a pallbearer. When we complained about it, he was told to take it down, and he did, but the damage was done. He somewhat apologized to my brother, who was also on the Cullen Fire Department. Mr. Strahan told my brother that he was not the one who recorded the video, but his private investigator that he has following him 24 hours a day did. I have a video that my family member filmed, and you can clearly see it is Mr. Strahan that is videoing. He disrespected my dad's funeral for likes, comments, and shares on social media. My family, Miss Vaughn's family, are not the only ones that have been violated by his videoing. I have a copy of a video that Mr. Strahan took of a young man that he somehow got to pull over, and he chastised him for his alleged speeding. In this video, Mr. Strahan accuses the young man of threatening him when he is the one threatening the young man. He uses other people's grief and vulnerability to try and make himself look good or important, which he fails at. It's not only his videos that it causes for concern. He constantly tells people that he is the press, and that gives him the right to video anything he wants. He has suggested on a Facebook post that more people should go to scenes and video, and I have a copy of that comment. What kind of person who is supposedly an EMT or first responder tells people to go to an accident scene and record? Not only is this dangerous for the victims and also a hindrance to the responding personnel, it is also a HIPAA violation. He abuses the scanner that he has. My sisters have a scanner at home, and I have personally heard Mr. Strahan carry on a conversation for several minutes about meeting someone for coffee. I have heard him on the radio as the first one on the scene and inside a home that was suspected to be on fire, and it was in Spring Hill, not Cullen, until he relinquished the incident command to the first responding engine. How is someone that is not technically a fireman allowed in a building that is suspected of being on fire? That seems like it would be a huge liability to this department. He almost always seems to be the first on the scene at any incident. His driving is also very reckless, and I've been told by 3 different people that he has run them off the road while en route to the scene. He is a liability to this department and to this town. He is a glory hound and a braggart. He has no compassion for families going through the loss of a loved one. Because of his repeated offenses and issues that have been brought to the chief with no reaction, I feel that a temporary suspension is not good enough. His repeated actions justify termination. Please give my dad, my family, Miss Vaughn, Miss Sinclair, their families, and any other victims of Mr. Strahan the justice we deserve. Thank you.
What, that was, January the 4th of 2020?
Yes, sir.
Thank y'all for listening.
Hello, my name is Amandia Sinclair. I'm here today to speak on behalf of the families in our parish that have been affected by the actions of one of your firemen, Mr. Jerry Strahan, also known as Scooter. I'm going to try and start from the beginning so that you all can understand the history. Strahan owned or ran a Taekwondo school in our parish, as well as my husband. When several of Strahan's students began to leave his school and attend my husband's school, he began to speak ugly about these students and their families to my husband. At no time did myself or anyone speak to anyone about the allegations that Strahan was making. Strahan has a Facebook page called Webster Parish Neighborhood Alert, where he posts anything going on in our parish, like fires, crimes, etc. He also encouraged others to go to the scenes and take pictures of these incidents, risking other lives. In March of 2019, a tornado came through our parish, causing damage to many properties, including Strahan's property that he resides. When his property was damaged, he posted on that page a GoFundMe account. Once he realized the GoFundMe account wasn't as successful as he'd like, Strahan posted on the Webster Parish Alert page that he would be charging $25 to remain a member of his page. When members wouldn't comply, he cursed them and deleted them. I then reported his actions to Chief Arnold with screenshots. Strahan then began to claim he was hacked, that he did not curse anyone. At this time, another page was created called Webster Parish Neighborhood Alert Fake News. All members of Strahan that Strahan deleted or blocked came to this page, at which time Strahan began to threaten lawsuits, stating, and I quote, "I will get that new truck I always wanted." He also went to Cullen board members making false statements about myself. He went to Webster Parish Sheriff's Department filing false police reports about myself, claiming to be in fear of his life. Then in October, when we had main-to-main sale, I went to Strahan's sale location with the camera on and spoke with him, showing interest in the items that he had for sale. Strahan spoke very friendly to me and even hugged me, showing no fear whatsoever. On the fake news page, members would post Strahan's public YouTube videos and comments on their opinion. Anytime one done so, Strahan would call their boss and complain. He went as far as going to the Minden City Council and complaining about a police officer who commented on the fake news page. He claims he went to Benton Police and done the same thing. He claims he went to the news reporters and done the same thing. He went to Taco Bell and complained about an employee there. He had numerous YouTube videos with false accusations about all the members of the fake news page. Strahan also went to my church and told the staff, and again I quote, if they do not make me take down the page, he would contact the news and have them see what fake church we are. Strahan also followed my 19-year-old daughter around Taco Bell, intimidating her. When she called me, I told her get her food and leave. That's exactly what she did. In January of this year, Strahan attended a funeral at which time he video recorded not only the service but the family grieving, unbeknown to the family. Not only did he record it without respectful permission, but he also posted the videos to social media, exposing the family's vulnerability. In March of this year, Jerry Strahan crossed the line of no return. And before I say anything else, I want to share my deepest condolences to the family of the young man who lost his life in this boating accident. While this family had been up all night waiting and praying to recover their loved one from Lake Erland, Strahan was videoing them. A pain, a moment no mother should ever have to endure was caught on camera by a man with no remorse. Not only did Strahan video this family at the worst time of their life, but he posted it to social media. Strahan was asked, and I quote, out of respect for the family, will you delete your video from the ramp that you posted? So sad to see this is what the world is coming to. Have some respect. Strahan's response was, and I quote, it's news. I just beat Channel 12. Several days after the video was removed from social media, until it was reported to this board. In closing, I'd like to say, after hearing from this young man's family member, you all will go into a private room per the law and discuss Strahan's personnel matter. These families that Jerry Strahan videoed were robbed of their privacy due to Strahan's actions. I pray that you find Strahan is a liability to our community and terminate him from this department. But in the event that you do not, you do not terminate him, if I am ever in need of a first responder from here, I want to make it publicly known that I do not want Jerry Strahan to touch me. I'm prepared to sign a DNR by Jerry Strahan if I need to. I do not trust this man with mine nor my family's life. Thank you so much for your time. I also have copies of where he was asked to take it down and he claims he was Channel 12 News. Also have a copy of the page. The fake news page shows that I am not the creator of this page.
May I see that?
Yes, sir.
Samantha, can we have what you wrote and what you have also?
Where they were asked to take down and this was last night at the restraint.
Tim, were you into it?
Yes, sir.
If the board wants to vote you in, you can be in the executive meeting. If the board votes to, you may not want to do that.
Oh, that's fine.
Do you want him to?
Yes.
You can, we're gonna vote.
Oh,
and
we really
Ms. Bond can
appreciated
stay
him
in
being
the,
out here to hear what I had to say.
She just, no ma'am,
He should have been out here.
well, don't jump him or anything, just.
I'm not even, if I was gonna jump him, I would've done it that day.
Well, that's, I understand, I don't blame you for that. But we don't want you doing it tonight.
Oh, I'm not. I have a family. I'm not going
I
to jail over
believe you. I
him.
just want to say everything.
I was gonna say, he's not worth that.
No, I have kids and a husband I'm
Wait, her
going
flight's
to
already
go on
made.
to.
Okay, is that everybody?
Yes, sir.
Does anybody else have any addition, comments? We're gonna vote. If Miss Samantha, she wants to stay and she can. If the board votes her in 2/3, I don't think we have to have a first or a second. If y'all want to, we can do that.
I'll make a motion, she go in.
Just, all those for Samantha staying in the meeting, in the executive meeting. Yay. Alright, all those opposed, you can stay if you want to.
Thank you.
I'm gonna call it executive meeting. Now, do we need to go back there, or do they need to go out?
You need to go outside.
Okay.
And you need to, go in.
Yeah.
Don't sit there.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
want this?
turn the microphone off.